Don't look under the internet.
I guarantee you we are.
recording, actually. Oh, he's sneaking them. He's sneaking them.
Also, I can't do recording here. So,
Wow, that is
wow. Okay. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm. All right.
I think that's all I need.
Rakaki.
Hey, Mike, do you remember what we do like at the beginning of these?
Not eat goldfish.
I mean, yes, there's that.
Wait, hey, hang on.
Oh my God.
Mike is drunk with
Oh,
power.
yeah. No, he has another gallon of goldfish.
And
And I
it's the
say,
same one, sadly.
oh, okay.
Okay. I haven't
that
eaten
makes
that
it
many.
better.
Yeah.
I thought you like every Tuesday, just a new gallon of goldfish.
Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet, sponsored by, was it Pepperidge Farms?
Yes, it's
Pepperidge Farms. I wish. That'd be awesome.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I just got some oatmeal raisin cookies from them because I'm one of those bitches that love oatmeal raisin cookies.
So you're old.
Especially with the frosting on top. Oh, it's so fucking delicious.
And
Anyway,
I like the oatmeal pies.
so those are good
Little
too.
Cream pies?
We're sponsored
Yeah,
by
I love
oatmeal
getting
raisin
cream
cookies.
pies.
I had a feeling you did.
That's Jason.
Hello. I love cream pies.
That's Doug.
Hello, I also like cream pies.
And I'm Roger Rabbit.
Do it. Do the voice.
Do the fucking voice.
I don't know.
You can't just say it.
That's all I can do.
That's fair, I guess.
I mean, that's
Oh,
better
the
than I
baby
could
with
do.
a cigar was like, "Hey, toots."
No, the baby with cigar is okay. Is literally what I picture Neil to be.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're not far off.
It's a fucking toddler with a cigar and is
Yeah.
greenish black, I guess.
Beep 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 beep.
real quick before that,
beep, beep, beep.
Jessica Rabbit though. Can we just spend a
Dude.
minute just
Some
in
big
silence?
old hold on bong rongadoos. Am I right?
You know, sexual awakening when I was younger through that
So
cartoon.
we had an episode planned for tonight, but
Beep, 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 beep,
Doug
beep, 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 beep,
has
beep.
just
And TMZ. They have the scoop, and so do I.
Anyways,
So-
what Jason was saying.
No, local celebrity John Goodman had a problem where he fell off a ladder and he broke his leg. He went to the hospital, and
Did he
we
say,
had to.
"I'm
Are
good,
you
man"?
fucking kidding me?
He's like, no, I'm good, man.
This concludes TMZ Scoop.
Yeah, okay.
God damn. Okay,
You're
I'm
getting-
sorry
you're
everybody
you're
for
getting sloppy.
It's hard to come up with them now. I shot my load so early in the game. I will never get past the goddamn Nicolas Cage in a hat and a fucking cage thing. I'll never top that.
That was a good one, and I still hate it.
I do too, but in a good way. Small diluty housekeeping, just small, so small
Yeah.
claps.
Small.
I just want to bring attention because we were kind of confused for a second. If you are a Patreon and if you haven't heard us call your name, there are some of you that we definitely have. Jesus, we've definitely called your name, but it seems that you might not have heard it, but I'm calling you again. Hi, Jesus. If you haven't heard us call your name or something, please just let us know, like DM us or something, because we get quite a few every week, and the Patreon app sucks so bad.
It's so fucking bad.
So we may accidentally like roll over your name without even seeing it or something like that. Please just let us know if we forgot to do something for you. If we did not mean to. Because
to be fair, we are getting more attention than we ever thought that we
yeah,
would.
but we're trying
We don't know how to deal with it.
trying our best to keep on top of it. And again, the app like doesn't upload.
The app doesn't do shit.
sometimes.
It doesn't let me post any kind of anything.
Yeah, like
it's
right
either
now-
text post or stupid glitchy photo post, and that's it.
I mean, like right now, I know like Nicole, hi, you're a patron again. Hi,
Hello.
But you don't pop up on my app for some reason. I just
Right.
know you
Yeah.
are because you've messaged us already about it. So yeah, if you feel like we've missed something on you, please send us a message on Patreon. We will message you back and make everything right as rain.
Or email the CEO.
Yeah, Finley.
That honestly, yes, my dog is the CEO of Patreon, and
Email
he makes me
my-
pay.
Yeah. He's an asshole.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He will give you exactly one woof.
He will.
Just one whole wolf. Or you can leave him a voicemail about the
Yeah.
situation.
Just make sure it's in binary or hexadecimal, otherwise he won't understand.
Yes. or on Twitter, like our topic today.
Is God
It's a voicemail, but on Twitter.
the
Scooted.
fucking bird scooters, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going over one that I had no fucking clue what it was until Doug was like, "Look at this thing."
Look at this
that
graph.
is.
What that is, and I'm like, "What that is?" It's the Twitter voicemail.
And the
What
name,
else do we call
the name
it?
says it all, really.
I'm just calling it the Twitter voicemail. That's literally the only name I have for it.
That's the only way you can actually search for it, I feel like.
I thought I was like, I don't even know what the fuck to search for. So I typed that in, and yep, the first 2 pages is all just that.
That's literally, yeah, that's all it's fucking referred to as. I don't know who decided that was the name they were going to
Yeah,
use.
it's a
but
little it's kind of misleading because there are no such thing as voicemails from Twitter. You can't have a voicemail on your Twitter. That's not right. That
Yes, you
doesn't
can.
happen.
Yes, you can.
Well, you showed me wrong, didn't you? So where do we start with this whole dang fangled thing?
Well, I guess I'll give like a quick summary of like what this story, I guess, entails, without going into too much details, which obviously we're the masters of research and telling you all the information.
Did you say a vape?
Vague details.
Yes, we are vape masters. We're blowing fat clouds your way with information. So we're gonna start on Twitter, as Mike so generously bird scootered us into.
You can also start on Twitter at DelutiPod on Twitter. Follow us. Leave us a like. Ring that bell
I know this is why you guys are here.
Smash the like button.
on Twitter.
Subscribe. All those things that we just said are about Twitter. So we're going to be starting at Twitter with a user named Straightaway. And he uploads a mysterious video to Twitter. And you know what? Actually, we might as well just play like a couple seconds of it. Shall we?
Yeah, I would fucking love to.
Sierra, Delta, Alpha, November, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Sierra, Oscar, Sierra, India, Tango, India, Sierra, Delta, India, Romeo, Alpha, Romeo, Echo, November, Oscar, Tango, Hotel, Uniform, 042933964230, Sierra, Oscar, Sierra, Delta, Alpha, November, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Sierra, Oscar, Sierra.
All right.
Oh man!
Yep.
Oh man! That's some phonetic alphabet right there.
Yes, thank you for that term. So that's the video that Straightaway posts on his Twitter, and it kind of just unleashes a wormhole, so to say, of people commenting, people throwing out theories of what they think is happening, and we get into, as you kind of can tell, this is the military phonetic alphabet. And when you translate it, the message actually reads out, "Danger, SOS, it is dire for you to evacuate. They are not human." And then it gives a list of coordinates, and then it kind of restates the SOS part of it. And like I said, the internet goes wild. We get a couple people just throwing out theories like, hey, those coordinates are really close to where Flight 370 came down in Malaysia. Someone's actually DMs him from a really weird Twitter account. And it says, take down the post of the voicemail with no clarification of why or who it is. And basically, you can kind of see where this is going.
Mhm.
A rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
story of a
proverbial
girl.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Speaking of rabbit holes, real fast, because we haven't done this in a while, and I don't want to forget later because I will.
Do you get your dick caught on one again?
No, are you ready? What are you drinking? What are you thinking?
God
There's
damn
a
it.
bottle here and it's
Mid-episode.
empty. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna forget. So just take a pause
Honestly,
real quick.
I think
Phonetic
it's
alphabet.
Mike is just he's throwing us a curveball.
What are we drinking?
Well, we are drinking the Whistler.
The Whistler.
It's Irish whiskey. It's in a bodega cask.
It's a strong
single
one.
malts. It was on super fucking sale at Benny's, which is the only reason I bought it.
It's a stronger boy.
It
I will
tastes
say.
like Marlboro Reds.
Honestly, it's like if you took a 2x4 and soaked it in like some water that had a
Tobacco?
bunch of Marlboro Red butts in it. That's kind of what it tastes like.
So would you recommend the
Nope.
Whistler? No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, it's
you know,
reminiscent of what I drink for breakfast, which is a cup full of cigarette butt water.
I think I drank cigarette butt water at your old place once.
I don't fucking doubt that.
It's like licking the wood from a bonfire without having to get the splinters.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Well-
I don't really get much of a woody taste out of it. There's slight oak. A
How
little
do you
bit
know
of
what
an
Woody's
oaky,
taste like?
little bit of an it's a bit of an oaky afterbirth to it, but other than that,
Afterbirth.
Mr. Scott.
yeah. Anyway, back to this.
Well, no,
So,
you fucking started
okay,
this
so
shit, so here we are.
when you hear the clink, drink.
You guys know the fucking drill at this point.
If you here's to USB, if you have discreet, fuck you. Here's me. Boop. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Put it in my tummy. Anyway, while you guys are sipping, to catch us up, weird Twitter post about a voicemail this guy got with phonetic alphabet saying, what was it again? The not human danger.
Not human.
Danger, please evacuate. It's not human. Eat my ass, you know, all the normal SOS things that, you know, people tell you to do.
This was just a random voicemail that someone got.
Yeah, so this guy basically claims that he got this voicemail out of nowhere. And actually he follows up with another post that says, "Hey, someone was taking pictures of my house a few days before I got this voicemail at like 3 a.m, like with their flash." And he was like, "I'm for sure dying tonight."
He's 100% hiding now.
But the biggest thing is that I want to mention is this Twitter user Uzumaki starts commenting on it, like on his post, and throwing out all these wild theories of like what could possibly be happening. And he's the one that actually mentions the coordinates are close to where flight 370, the Malaysian flight, went down. The one that we could honestly do all on its own for an episode. There's tons of theories on that as well. But he mentions that, you know, maybe it's the fucking box, like the black box of the plane, that's calling him. But just to catch you guys up on what flight, the Malaysian flight 370 is.
Oh yeah, not everyone knows what that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I know it was like really like prominent on the like news like a couple years, like, you know, 3 or 4 years back, but actually no, it was like way longer than that.
2014.
It was like almost a decade
it
ago.
was
Yeah,
2014, actually right around the same time that this all happens, which is like March of 2019 or whatever. 2018. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So real quick, just to give you guys a quick history lesson, Malaysian Flight 370 was a scheduled international passenger flight operated by Malaysia Airlines that disappeared on the 8th of March of 2014. Basically, its last communicated with air traffic control around 38 minutes after takeoff when the flight was over the South China Sea. The aircraft was lost from ATC radar screens, but was tracked by military radar for another hour or so, deviating westward from its planned flight path. There was 227 passengers and 12 crew aboard, and they were all presumed dead. The search for the missing airplane, which became the most expensive in aviation history, focused initially in the South China Sea before analysis of the aircraft's automated communications with an Inmarsat satellite indicated a possible crash site somewhere in the southern Indian Ocean. The lack of official information in the days immediately after prompted a bunch of criticism from the Chinese public and relatives of the passengers. Most of them on board were of Chinese origin, actually, as well. Several pieces of marine debris were confirmed to be from the aircraft that washed ashore in 2015 and 2016 after a 3-year search. They failed to totally locate the plane at all. And then in January of 2017, a second search launched. And in January of 2018, they ended with no success. Long story short, there was so many different things that they thought could have happened. A possible hijacking, hypoxia event, just a bunch of random like weird shit. Like I said, I'm not going to go super into detail on this, but we could do a whole episode on it. But there is a ton of theories and conspiracy theories around this thing on its own.
Oh yeah, and yes, we could. to be honest, if we did a whole episode on it, it would just be us.
It would be
wildly
too
speculating.
true.
Oh,
Too
just like
true
every
for
other
you all to
episode.
handle.
Too true for real.
Too true for real for you all to handle. You would not be able to handle the knowledge that would be spitting at you.
Yeah, it's this one. Some of you might remember this one, and it was at the time one of like the bigger events of the year. Everybody was talking about it for a bit. No one knows what the fuck happened to the flight. Well, we are here today to kind of tell you what happened to the flight. At the end of this, we're going to go around and we are going to tell each of us our overarching theories about what we think actually happened to this flight, because like, I don't know, 99% of the shit that we cover, there's not a whole lot of concretes here. So it's a lot of logic. It's a lot of putting the pieces together.
A lot of very, very lonely nights staying up with a half bottle of
Yeah.
Zachariah Williams, because you spent all your money. You spent all your money on convoluted books on conspiracy theories that you can't afford the regular Jack Daniels mid shelf. You got to go very bottom of the shelf, and you're just crying now into your TV dinner because this is where you are now. This is your life.
If you were guessing, Mini Mike did just recently purchase the entire anthology of the David Icke Experience. So he's been preoccupied. I don't know if that's real or not, but
I'll never tell.
where the fuck were we? I'm so sorry.
I just finished up explaining
Yes.
what Malaysian Flight 370 is.
So Ty basically gets these theories from this guy named Uzumaki, but he starts getting these other weird messages from Twitter as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. He gets a fuckload. So, as we know, just to re-bring you up to speed, so Ty, the owner of this Twitter account, has posted saying he got this weird fucking freaky ass voicemail.
Straight away, which I mentioned earlier.
Yes,
So-
exactly. I just want to make this crystal clear because it's about to get very, very
Murky.
murky, chaotic, convoluted, confusing to be a big one.
Confusion.
Not confusion. That'd be way tamer, and I don't think we'd be covering it for that. But no, so Ty starts receiving just a fuckload of messages from everywhere. But the majority of the languages that he is receiving messages in,
It's like Arabic.
no, it's what was it? Indonesian and Malay, I think were the two big ones.
Sure.
And I think there might have been a few that had Arabic in it, but yeah, it's just from all over the place. One of the ones that was talked about a lot was a picture, and it was captioned "Omnes nos mori," and it shows this like red robed figure with like a hammer, just beating this black, very strange looking.
It's like a shadow creature.
Yeah, it's almost like if I don't know, like it's almost if, like a goat man were to exist.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I'm looking at here.
It's definitely some like weird like medieval art.
But yeah, it's bookended by Omnes nos mori and Depelendum malum, which is Latin for "we are all dying, dispel the bad." That's just one of these. There's another one he gets that says Malaysian government captures people for use as slaves for strangers who come to Earth in 2018. Every missing plane is for the purpose. The Little John monks are watching over your posts.
Yeah.
And he will probably come for the expulsion of our great king. You have been warned.
If Lil Jon is my king, I'll follow him till death, man. I'm just saying.
He gets a bunch of shit that says like "in your house."
No.
Can you imagine if you got a fucking random like message in another language saying that they were in your house?
I'll get my gat out.
Your gat?
That foo-foo lame shit ain't with it. I bust a shot at you.
Damn it.
Ta-ta-ta.
Stay tuned for when Mike
swag, bitch.
freestyles later. He gets some Morse code, which is interesting. And it translates to "you will die."
It's a lot of dots and boops for that.
Yes, there's more messages saying like "stop this now" or something else. The majority of these messages he's getting have a very, 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 very similar vein running through them, and that is, if you keep posting these, you will fucking die. So please stop.
Yeah, and just to kind of give a heads up too, this man has 5 different Twitters because
Yes.
he kept freaking out like mid this happening and making a new one and
Yeah.
then like posting
I mean,
the video again, and like I get it. For
That's
sure.
fair. I mean, to be honest, if I got those kind of threats, I'd probably just stop doing the fucking thing.
Yeah, I'd probably no.
Unless I knew it was like some pertinent information that the world needed. But like if it was like this, where it's all just like, okay, I got these weird
Die,
voicemails, like,
die,
and then everyone's
die.
like, "Go fuck yourself! I'm gonna kill you!" Like this, that, and the other. I might stop doing the thing,
I just get off Twitter in general.
especially if I'm not getting paid. Like this dude's not getting paid for posting this shit. At this
No,
point, he
yeah.
might be. I don't know, but who the fuck knows? So he gets a fuckload more, like a ton of messages. I'm literally scrolling through the archive of messages that this guy got, and you guys can see what I'm looking at. Turn off recent photos now. Turn off recent photos now is not joke. Please delete.
Is not joke.
Is
Amarillo.
not joke. He does show some responses to these weird ass threatening text messages saying like, I've received so many DMs like this. This is so anxiety inducing. I stopped translating them because I do not want to know what they say. I just assume they're fake. And I'm assuming this is kind of a plea. Like, okay, like I'm done. Like I give up. I'm waving the white
Yeah,
flag.
it seems like he wasn't supposed to get this voicemail, and now he's being bombarded by people with threats to get rid of said voicemail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just it's so much. I mean, like I still have so much to go through this. I'm not going to say the rest of this, but there are a few accounts that I would like to highlight. So one of these messages is going to stand out among the rest, and at first, not so fucking much, but you were going to get a username of HIJJ KEMATIN. Hijkemation? Hijkemation.
Oh yes, that word.
You're also going to run into another account under the name of Hij370, which again,
370.
do you see why you should pay attention to this? Absolutely, keep your fucking keep your boner up for this guy, because he is going to be a large part of this entire story.
That was my dongle.
That was your dong hitting the table.
Ladies. I'm married.
Damn it. I don't really know what else to talk about here without like sharing each and every single fucking weird ass message that this guy got.
So what I can do if you want, I have kind of like a quick rundown of most of this, the like
The weirdness?
Yeah, most of the weirdness here. I can go over some of it if you want.
I would love to hear it.
And just as a heads up, I know we didn't mention this before, but this is actually a fairly quick, like maybe 30 minutes or more if you really want to deep dive this whole topic. But you can get pretty much all the information in about 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Of
we
reading.
watched like 2 or 3 videos on it, and we had enough knowledge to be able to make an episode. on it.
Yeah, so we're smart.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Deluda, you fucking figure it out for us.
Seriously,
so
we need a shirt that says that.
I'm gonna chime back just a little bit to that Uzumaki fellow that first DM'd Tyler on Twitter. Like Doug was saying, he was talking about how he thinks that these are like the black box recordings from the Malaysian Flight 370. He also mentions how like solar flare, like going into his theories, he's like, this is how they probably got that. Like the voicemail could be from the black box. He mentions that the solar flares could have caused people to get the voicemail. Because the electromagnetic energy in the atmosphere, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit doesn't make no sense. That is not how that fucking works. But we're rolling with it.
Are you seriously not going to go over that? Because that was so fucking interesting.
That his like little
Okay, let's save that for later, because I do want to talk about that.
No, I just mean his little like message where he's like, oh,
The electromagnetism has affected this, and it's amplified the fucking
Yeah, I
the
was like,
signal
this
and
is-
shit. Like
It's like when it's like Ben Shapiro. You just try to use big word to sound.
it's
smart.
mental gymnastics. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
But it is kind of mental gymnastics. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he says that the message says to like evacuate because there's something on the plane that is not human. Tyler then gets a lot of DMs from those random accounts, like what Jason was talking about. Some of them are probably just like jokes. Others are Morse code. Some of the Morse code ones that we translate say message received is well related to Stephen Hawking's death. You are not ready to face them. And then that user says, oh, Stephen Hawking did predict something bad would happen in 2018. Spoiler, he never fucking said that.
That's an easy
Or
one to
did
fake.
he?
Because who the fuck's going to go through Stephen Hawking's what I said like log?
Right.
He probably has logs of everything he says.
Probably. It was all through a computer.
Oh my god!
It is all through the computer.
Holy shit!
A user on Twitter, then a user named Kai, not Ty, messaged him and says, "Not all humans, or not human," and then you just get this long string of numbers. And then after that, it says, you are not ready to face them. And then someone tried like calling that phone, that string of numbers, because it turns out to be like a phone number, and it just comes to like an automated message, and it sounds pretty normal up until you get to like the end when it just spits out a bunch of like mumbled, like I think they're just numbers, like mumbled
It's
numbers.
a coordinate.
Yeah, and then it just hangs up.
The fuck up.
Yeah.
Did you read the explanation of that?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that at the end.
I'll let you do your thing then.
Yeah.
No. You talk
But
over
you can
him.
talk
and
over
you
him.
Say the thing.
I could delete your whole track.
That's true.
I won't do that though because
Jason's drunk and drunk with power.
I'm not yet.
Getting there.
But speaking of,
Another random Twitter account messaged him in is sending tweets now in Arabic saying, "Warning, they are coming." Followed by
same.
really got to prepare for that one. I guess I just
Walked
lined
into
you
it.
up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking opened the door, man.
This is followed by a emergency 41818 message or April 18th, 2018.
41818, huh?
Yep. The last tweet from this Arabic account tweeted out saying, "They are coming in 4 weeks. Prepare yourselves." Nothing there, you two?
I don't get it.
We already. We
I don't
already
get
hit-
it.
We hit it once.
Wait,
Awesome.
no, I got you. Say it again. Give me the line. Give me the line one more time.
They are coming in 4 weeks. Prepare yourselves.
Is that better?
Who do I give my 2-week notice to? Is it Finley or
I mean, it's either Finley or Orthon, and good luck with that second one.
yeah, he's not happy with me nowadays.
I don't think you two can communicate.
I mean, we'll see. We'll try something.
Oh,
Um,
I shouldn't have said shit because that's going to be a nightmare to edit. I mean, record.
we then get a message from a user who finds an account of someone who DM'd Tyler. They found a video on that person's account, and it's audio that's being played in reverse. When you replay that audio in the correct, way, it's the forward. Thank you. I couldn't think of the fucking word forward. It is the flight audio for the Malaysian Flight 370. Now you can tell, you can find pretty immediately that this audio is ripped from another YouTube video.
Thank you. If you
with the
weren't going to
exact
say
same
that, I was.
Yep.
There was also another user who posted that they found a Tumblr page that looks like a sort of test page or like a competition type of thing, because on this page it says, "From the desk of Caroline, this test has been completed. Congratulations, that guy who blogs," followed by this whole string of code. And then at the end, it basically just says, "Hey, this has been this code has been cracked already, so no more people chiming in to give us your answers."
No more.
It basically says like, whoever cracks this code, you'll win a free spa day on me. Like it's very fucking weird, and I don't know what this has to do with anything. But I mean, good for fucking them. I hope they enjoyed their spa day.
I could use one of those.
But the same account that we find at this point too, that same account that uploaded that reverse audio has also uploaded a QR code, which when you scan it turns into these weird fucky numbers. I didn't quite understand what that code meant. It just has the numbers like 666 on it. Yeah, very scary. We don't want that.
That
Not in this
relates
house.
to a user, I guess.
Yeah,
We'll go over that later, though.
I didn't understand how though, so you guys might have to fill me in on that one.
We got you. Maybe if we remember.
Yeah.
If we don't, sorry, fuck you.
So
You figure it out.
So on the same Twitter account, where they found the reverse audio in this QR code, there was a bunch of these like cryptid like posts that were all just like kind of these weird like cipher looking things. The internet was able to pretty much decipher what these messages were, and they all basically they revealed to say basically that you'll not find the flight, but you can find what caused it to go down. But you don't have to find them because they will find you. They're not different beings, they're within us, hence we are them. Please don't mistake them as other beings that are you, but related, not related.
You're far too calm while
You are-
reading this.
You okay? You want me to do that better?
Well, no, I want you to be real about it. But if
Okay, here.
if you're reading this and you're like,
you're gonna choose yourself. Find the cosmos being. The reason I am sending the Earth beings this message is because I am disguising myself from your ancestors. Hence, this is a final goodbye. How is that? Any better?
it was the same.
Oh, boo.
No, it was better for sure.
Our original poster that got the voicemail, Tyler, he then got a DM from a user that says, like Jason said, that picture, and it'll say, all will die, dispel the bad. And then we get one.
Just said, what you doing?
It just says
ASL.
what that is. Yeah, ASL. And then we get a final Twitter account that was deleted, but we had to use the Wayback Machine to find it. That user was Cicada370.
Yeah.
So I know I just dumped a lot of info at you. So before we go into Cicada370, I'm going to TLDR this. Ready? This
Please.
dude Tyler got a bunch of DMs, found a bunch of random Twitter accounts that are sending him shit that sent him this like ciphered code that need to be deciphered. It all linked back to these weird like cryptid texts that say like, oh, something on the plane wasn't human, and something saying we are among you, essentially.
Yep.
And then we find this deleted Twitter account from Cicada370.
Yeah.
Everything having to do with the numbers 370.
Emphasis on deleted.
Yep.
Also, not to be confused with the other cicada.
Yeah,
3301.
Yeah.
Although it does seem like it might be referencing it, which
I think, honestly, yeah.
So Cicada 370. Let's just talk about that string of letters and numbers just real quick before we dump into what it could possibly mean. So,
Bugs were on the flight.
Mike, if I were to just come up to you out of nowhere and look at you and say Cicada 370 and then walk away, what would you think? What's the first place your mind goes?
Like just me personally, or just like some rando?
No, you personally.
I mean, I know it's an ARG.
Right. So you think of Cicada 3301, right?
Yep.
Who the fuck doesn't? So, Cicada 3301. What the fuck does this have to do? I understand that I just fucked it up like 6 times. I get it. Let's just go with the actual thing that's being released to the public. I understand that some people might not know what Cicada 3301 is. I understand a lot of you probably do.
Yeah,
To give you
we haven't covered it.
we have not,
I don't
not
think
yet.
we ever can.
I don't know what to cover. But
Exactly.
That's discussion for another time. Cicada 3301 claims to be an organization that puts forth puzzles to recruit the brightest minds of this day and age. And normally, you don't really hear about what they're doing. Because, ARGs. They're shrouded in mystery. They're full of ciphers, encryption, etc.
And I'm not smart enough to crack any of them, so I'm definitely
Same.
not getting into that organization.
I know that that's a topic on our list. I don't think we're going to be taking a whack at any of the fucking puzzles they put forth because holy shit are they
How do you figure out
insane.
goddamn Moots shit?
Dude,
Think I can handle
yes.
Cicada?
Yeah,
Moot lobbed them to us at the time.
he did, and apparently just fucking straight up told you about some shit. And we were
And
still
I
like,
still
"Dang."
fucked it up. He
Yeah.
told me the answer, and I went to type it in, and he's like, "No, only lowercase."
No,
I'm like, "I'm
no.
a fucking idiot."
So Cicada 3301. It's this very, very prestigious, like well known in the ARG community as like one of the top contenders of. Here's a fucking term: puzzle put forthers. Like I don't know what else to say about that. Basically what they do is they recruit these very bright minds to their cause.
It's the Philip Phillips of American Idol, but of ARGs.
Yeah. We also don't really know what their cause is. I think they're just collecting good minds. I think the mind flayers from D&D. But for whatever reason, they seemingly get involved with this. But what does this have to do with 370? Flight 370.
I personally think that they're just kind of using the name and the logo to gain recognition.
So, before we give too much away, as we talked about, what are we going to call them? Just Hidge? Hidge 370?
Yeah, just
Like-
Hidge. Oh, Hidgeman.
Oh, Hidge?
Let's just call him Hube.
No, there's already a fantastic name out of that fucking
Hidgey?
Nomer. No, yeah, we'll call him Hidge. So Hidge has been messaging Ty at this point, and as he's doing this, about 10 tweets in to him, like replying to these messages happening on Twitter, his name goes from HJJJ370 to Cicada 370 for like one tweet. And it goes right back to Hidge. Eventually, it comes out as Cicada 3310 or 3311, right? Fuck, I forget what it is. I'm pretty sure it's 3311.
You're doing amazing.
I know I am. There's just so much fucking happening here.
He's building this plane as it takes off. It's fine.
Much like the Malaysian one.
Yeah, Cicada 3311. So he starts off as Hidge 370, goes to Cicada 370, and then eventually to Cicada 3311. We know Cicada as Cicada 3301. There's a few other things we know about them. Before we get there, let's kind of go over what was sent. So, one of the first things was sent was just a simple message. It says DNA strands.
DNA.
Yep.
Dino DNA.
It was actually taken from a cipher. I'm not going to tell you what the fucking letters are because it wouldn't make sense in an audio medium.
But you can trust us. It's a cipher.
You can trust us. Yes, it's a cipher and it decodes to DNA strands. Apparently, this was also followed by another message that was blank that says you can translate to Korean. Apparently, these have coordinates attached to them, and the coordinates link to somewhere just off of the Moir River, which is also a huge cryptid hotspot. There's like 6 cryptids that exist around here. Hey, Mike and Doug, take notes.
Yeah, I'm
Wouldn't it have been like
Take
really
notes.
smart of us to like tie this in?
That would have been very smart. And I kind of was hoping that was happening today, but I'm gathering that it's not.
You think too highly of us, Jason.
I do, and I should lower my standards.
Yeah, we definitely do cryptid off the seat of our pants.
So we learn about these weird fucking events that happen at just off the Moir River. Now, keep in mind, Cicada 370, Cicada 3311, that very obviously ties into Cicada 3301, right? Are we on board with that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks, class.
One of the things that the members of Cicada 3301 that at least that I've come to understand is that they are required to provide like password keys for something this like I'm sure it's like an authenticator more or less, but for an organization, nothing is provided on that front. On top of that, they actively invite everybody to get into their inbox, personal inbox, which again is something that Cicada does not fucking do ever. Like that's one of their big no-nos. You cannot get in contact with them. They put forth puzzles, they monitor you from afar, and once they've kind of gauged your mettle, that's when they contact you.
We've got an imposter on our hands.
That's kind of what I'm thinking here. So this is again going back again, starting with Hidge 370. He fucking tweets a fuckload of things. There's a bunch of ciphers in ASCII 85, which is decodable. It translates to things like, the reason I'm sending the Earth beings this message is because I am disguising myself from your ancestors.
Sounds familiar, right, everybody?
It should.
Isn't ancestors illegal?
Depends on where
Unless
you
you're in
are the world.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alabama's perfectly legal.
Corbin, Kentucky.
See, maritime,
Corbin, Kentucky, I'm positive it's legal because go fuck yourself.
Maritime law has no law.
Yes, exactly. No one knows what that is.
These are unclaimed waters.
So
Or something.
So one of the tweets that was sent on behalf of, let's just call him Cicada at this point, Cicada 370, not to make, induce confusion about the actual Cicada 3301. Basically they state, this is a final goodbye. Randomly. This is after like 11, 12 tweets. He's like, okay, bye.
See ya.
What? What? His 12th tweet was a QR code with numbers attached. The numbers.
So it wasn't really goodbye?
Yeah.
No, it was. This is kind of a theme with this account user is goodbye. Just kidding. Kind of like the Misfits when they come to touring, because they've said goodbye like 6 times at this point. Yet I'm gonna go see them at Riot Fest this year. So one more time, maybe. So his 12th tweet was a QR code with numbers attached. The numbers 44.244.167, comma 7.769.444. And when you plug those into Google Maps, it shows 2 different locations. One of them somewhere in Europe, and one of them in Coletta Fava in Italy.
Can we get more Italian on that?
No,
Coletta Fava.
no, because we're going to Korea now.
Oh, okay. Can we get more Korean on
I
that?
wouldn't do that one.
The very next tweet, it's completely blank. And all you see is an option to translate from Korean. What? How do you translate nothing to Korean?
Easy.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Fun fact: the Korean language is you can learn the Korean language in a day because their language is based solely off the alphabet. Once you learn the alphabet, you can learn that language very easy. So,
I'm gonna have to hop on.
So do
fucking,
Korean versus Mandarin. Because Mandarin's like, there's 26,000 letters in our alphabet. It's fine.
too much.
So again, translate a blank message from Korean. Some users did some digging and found out the blank text was actually coordinates to Martinique, which is where a piece of MH370 was found.
Oh, the plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Flight 370. A piece of it was found in Martinique. This is where he changes the fucking Cicada 370 changes his name back to Hidge 370, and he made a QR code, his picture. He tweeted a bunch of other shit about his bio. He did some Morse code. His fucking Twitter name that displayed anyway was an anagram for pyramids or home. Like this, essentially, he just fucking sends you down another rabbit hole. This is a rabbit hole within a fucking rabbit hole at this point.
It's a rabbit
And-
circle.
I'm not gonna. Yes, if rabbits could have circle jerks, this is what it would look like.
Yeah.
And I I don't want to keep going through this because I could just keep going down Cypher Road.
Yeah, that's literally all.
That's literally what he like. That's apparently his purpose in this whole experience is cipher, confusion, cicada, and like that's
yeah,
about
I feel
it.
like it's supposed to just kind of tail you along for as long as possible.
Yeah. What does that fucking sound like?
An ARG.
It very much sounds like an
Arr.
ARG, and I know we're doing the real or fake thing later, but like at this point, I can't. We've been doing this for too long.
We haven't even gotten to my last bit.
I'm sure this is going to reinforce
So
a
save
few
the
points here.
Real or fakes for after.
I will save it. I
You'll
will
be
save
the
it.
judge.
I will save it.
So one of the pictures from what Jason was talking about, the Cicada Twitter account, had a YouTube link that linked to a channel called County Buff, which this is a weird ass channel. You can go on it if you want. It does have some pretty interesting stuff on there, but right now it's got 120 videos. They're all like 10, 12, 20 seconds long, so nothing major. I'm not going to go over all of them because that'd be fucking ridiculous.
County
But-
what?
County Bluff. Sorry, did I say County Bluff?
I thought I misheard you, but no.
Sorry.
Yep.
County Bluff. Yeah, sorry. So I'm going to go over a couple of the ones that were kind of pertinent to what's going on here. Essentially, one of the main videos that we get is a video that just flashes two images over and over, one of the moon and one of a rabbit. You also get the words thing and home. There was a random Twitter account that popped up that uploaded a QR code that, when decoded, says that the pyramids are home, and then they tweet out another tweet that says, "We are lunar rabbits." There's another video called
Just blowing right by that, huh?
"Yeah, we are lunar rabbits."
That's not weird at all. Okay, hey, keep going.
Aliens, perhaps. Or from Dragon Ball, when Goku sent that one rabbit gangster mobster up to the moon and left him there, and he died because he suffocated.
Right.
Another video called "It's Cold Here.mov" is a video of what looks like a cave, and it's playing this weird ass fucking music. If you Google cicada 3301, you get an image in the Google image that has a cicada logo, and it says, "It's getting cold, isn't it?"
3301.
Yep, that could be a potential clue towards some of the cicada guys being behind this. Who's to say? It doesn't really go much more into it than that. Some of County Bluff's videos, there's one called "Song for Jack," which it has like this weird alien creature in it. It just flashes on for a second, but it's fucking there. There's a bunch of other videos. There's a Reddit user that posts a video that has to relate with County Bluff, and it supposedly takes place near where the Malaysian flight went down. It's a video of these people on like dirt bikes just kind of off-roading, and this small creature just like runs across one of them. The guy falls, and they like scuttles into the long grass. It's the funniest looking fucking thing I've seen in a long time.
It's a terrible video.
I fucking love it. It looks great. The County Bluffs videos all have descriptions with this like text in it. Sometimes it'll just be flat out text. Other times it'll be like ciphers and stuff. Some of the text will be like messages between two entities. We don't know if they're people or not. But one of them, for example, in the video he has called Weathercast, it has this transition between two people that say, "The weather, do you know it?" Yes, I know.
No. Not
The
familiar with
do you-
that.
Yeah. Do you know it? Yes, I know. And then it gives you these coordinates, and then it says, "E. It is a tool used to steer the masses." There's another video called Antlers with another kind of back and forth that says, "Are you here yet?" Almost. The next few videos have text that make it seem like the uploader may be getting ill or he's going paranoid. He's talking about how he's getting sick. He's got no energy to keep going at the moment. We get another video called Fishbowl, where this like phone number will pop up, and if you call the phone number, it'll get Morse code. That when you type in or decipher the Morse code, it says "magnetic disruption?" ? Which I think is supposed to be a nod to Operation Fishbowl, which had to do with nuclear testing to see basically how, to put it in layman terms, how far away you have to be from a nuclear blast to not get blinded by it.
Jesus, man. Like, so can I just say you've been very thorough.
I try. These past couple, I've been diving deep.
Damn.
We then get a video called Staple that has more Morse code. The description of the video is a code that, when translated, is another conversation between two people. It says, "Okay, the dozer's to bury all of it. Again? But this is the fourth time. You will thank me. Can you tell me why we are building another? We aren't building another. This is something else. What is it? You will thank me one day." And then the Morse code is just partial coordinates. You don't really get much from it at the moment. But those coordinates match sort of with the Denver airport, which is another conspiracy with the Denver airport, where it's like this giant bunker full of like aliens, or a government bunker for government officials during a
We
nuclear
definitely got to
strike.
do an episode on that.
Yeah,
Yes.
look up the Denver airport bunker. It's
Yep.
fantastic. So many conspiracies. But we get another upload that shows this news broadcast about conflict with Russia and the USA. Topical.
Very.
And the audio goes bananas, and then it cuts. The freaky audio is a spectrogram.
Oh,
and when
yeah,
you
I forgot about that.
Yep, when you decipher it, it just says the words hybrid, and then you get what looks like a DNA strain, and then it says Klin gene, Klin, which apparently has to do with the male DNA strand. I don't know much about it, though. Another
Couldn't tell you.
upload states, "Have they truly found me? I love you all. Hurry! I'm very sorry for all the fear and confusion. It's hard to explain." We then get another uploader who seems to be. We get this like feeling that the uploader is being like followed by someone. A lot of these next videos are like him like talking about how, oh, they're following me, they're trying to get me, blah blah blah. We get another upload that links to a fire that happened in Denver, followed by text that translates basically to saying, "You will be fine. Make it past April 18th. Just be careful. Get to a basement when the sky turns blue. Buy Dramamine and wait out the first impulse. Keep writing your basic memories. You will be fine. Just get to a basement."
That sounds like a tweaker's diary.
Yeah, Dramamine is a motion sickness medication, by the way, for all you out there.
And
Yeah.
if you overdose on it, you just basically have like night terrors, but awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh, yeah.
awful.
Please don't ask how I know that.
And the last bit here that I have, we get another video called.
Is it personal experience?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
but yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Mike.
No, we get another video called Mutineer that has text that says, "No update, I'm fleeing now," and warns that on 4/18/18 the world won't be the same. You won't notice, but the world will be different. So it's, in my opinion, all this stuff on County Bluff has to do with this guy having some sort of information on like these aliens that have come to Earth, and he knows too much, and some sort of high up officials are out to get him because he knows this information. That's kind of it.
That I mean,
Oh boy.
yeah. And now we get the fun job
So if you
of
could,
determining what to do with that information.
Jason, if you could sum this up, TLDR, this entire thing, how would you describe it?
Don't use any use one word sentences.
Sentences.
I can shorten it up for sure.
Go for it.
Alien maybe uses plane, calls Tyler. Like that's
So wait, how about we do this? Let's do a final thoughts.
Yeah,
And then we
yeah.
can all kind of just talk about points that were like, meh.
So final thoughts, is that including our real or fake?
that.
Yeah,
I think that
that's
just
our real-
is our real or fake. Yeah,
On go, ready? Real or fake on go. 1, 2, 3, go.
fake.
Wow.
Big ol'
unanimous. That's crazy. Why?
This
why
might be
is
the
that?
first time
I think so. I think
yeah,
this
it
has
might
been
be.
the first time.
we're all in. You know, we all agree. This
Except
is
maybe
this
like
is fake,
Jack
right?
Torrance. Maybe Jack Torrance, we might have all agreed was fake, but I don't think
Oh,
we did a real
maybe.
fake on that one.
yeah, maybe.
I don't remember,
Anyway,
man.
Let's just go back and re-listen to everything real quick.
Okay, J-Bo, J-Man,
Jabo? That's a.
Chupacabra. Why do you think this is fake?
You just called me a Jubacabra.
Chupacabra. Why do you think this is fake?
Hey, okay.
It
This
didn't help that you went, "Oi," at the end.
Hey.
I think this is fake because this has literally, like, as soon as I started diving this, I'm like, oh, this is a fucking ARG. This is absolutely a fucking ARG. Because, first off, who the fuck links ciphers in hexadecimal and binary that lead to very concrete information like this if you want it to be hidden? You know what I mean? Like, you could just search that string of numbers on Google and get the fucking answer.
Yeah.
No. This is the government has the dark web. Like they don't need to put this on like fucking Google groups or wherever the fuck they're posting this shit. They don't.
They're definitely not going to lead a bunch of idiots online down a rabbit hole to figure the information out.
No, and not at all. And like, so let's take this from another approach. Let's say this. You remember the solar flare experience you were talking about, the electromagnetic disturbance, and
Please,
like,
yeah, talk about
it
that.
amplifies the fucking phone signals and stuff. Like, sure, there might be some science behind that proves part of that.
No, there's none.
Oh, cool. We can just find that out right now.
It's all just bullshit. I'll tell you that right
It's
quick.
all bullshit. Yeah, it sounded like bullshit. Absolutely, it sounded like somebody pulling that shit out of their ass.
Your cell phone service like would not be affected. Like you getting a random voicemail would never happen. They're on different wavelengths. That you can't just be like on your phone and then, oh, I got Doug's voicemail on my phone. Must be a solar flare. That does not. That's not how that
That's
works.
not how it fucking works.
That whole point right there, the whole fact that they think that this is the black box of an airplane,
Calling them.
That's not what a black box does.
Black
Yeah.
boxes literally do not have the capabilities to send a signal out.
And even if it did, it wouldn't be what we heard on that voicemail.
No.
because
think they
that was like, and if a plane is crashing, they don't say SOS.
No.
They say Mayday.
Mayday.
Yeah.
That's kind of very well known. If
And they
you've
also
seen
don't say-
fucking Tailspin, you know that.
They also don't say SOS and then say like stay away at the same time because that's
No,
counterproductive.
come help us, but don't. But come help us, but don't.
Please evacuate the plane.
Yeah.
But we're calling
The Coast
people
Guard.
not on the plane, telling them to evacuate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that don't add up. At first glance, it's incredibly creepy. It's very unsettling. But I mean, the ciphers. Like, as soon as that started happening, so let's say let's just put a hypothetical out there. Let's say you are high as balls on your couch late at night watching, I don't know, one of the explanation videos of this. You get freaked the fuck out because holy shit, there are aliens among us and they look like us, but they won't tell us that they're not us.
No, we won't.
And they infiltrated this fucking Malaysian Flight 370 simply to, I don't know, to be on the flight, I guess?
Yeah, they just wanted to be on a flight.
They were going back home.
Yeah, right. This is the
like-
plot to Men in Black, where it's just aliens disguised as people, just to have a fucking day job.
Yeah, walking among us. And like, I literally cannot, my brain will not let me have closure over the fact that like, oh yeah, they're just kind of there. And they only showed up because A, they knew the surveillance was down because of the solar flare, and B, the garbled fucking voicemail that was left. Like, I don't know. If you can pull that back to a YouTube video and then prove that it was reversed and played on something, like that's pretty much all the info I need. That
Yeah.
this is not real.
I mean, you pretty much nailed everything that I had thought about as well. There was like the biggest thing for me was the whole like the like pressing of it being the black box recording, which immediately, like I said, that's not how it works. Not to mention all the ciphers and stuff immediately screams ARG. Like there's no reason, regardless of who's supposed to be reaching out, whether it be government or aliens or whatever it is, they're not going to be leading a bunch of people on the internet around with ciphers and stuff. We're never going to see it. It's never going to come to fruition in real life.
No.
Like, it just doesn't work that way.
It'd be nice, and like this it does a very good job of, as long as the excitement is there when you first hear about this, they've got you.
I think my big problem with it is it starts off with a fun like mystery. Like immediately you're like, oh, this has to do with Flight 370. Ooh, that's fun. But then it kind of just takes a sharp turn away from that. Like then you go down this
Yeah.
whole thing with they just shoot so many ciphers at you so fast that you just get distracted by that. You forgot what the plot is essentially.
Yep.
And then we're
Quick, you
talking
should,
about
while Mike's talking, you should pull up the his last Twitter account real quick.
yeah. But then
it's in the doc.
we start you start talking about aliens and everything, which again is fun, but you're not really tying that back to the Malaysian flight all that much. Like I felt like they started going on a different tangent. You should have kept it centered around the flight. There's an alien on the flight. How can you prove that or something? You know, that's what it should have been.
Like
So, like I said, this guy has 5 Twitters.
5.
And they're all just like heaps of like random shit. I don't think this is the right one, but one of them. So not to, I mean, spoilers at this point, but like he literally comes out and he's like, "Yeah, it's fake."
Yeah, and we were hiding this because we like to build up the mystique a little bit, get you guys interested. But yeah, he came out and said like, "Hey, this is an ARG."
Because I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to hide the fact that it was an ARG, but I can't remember which of his Twitters. But he basically comes out and he's like, yeah, it was like a YouTuber that like.
Oh no, yeah, I think it might have been. It's definitely.
I will say it's well done. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. This is very well done, and there's a lot of rabbit holes to go down. I just feel like, again, if you were just to keep the story prominently centered around that flight and not expand too much into they're coming on this time, oh, the dark sky will come, I think you're divulging a little bit too away from what originally caught people. You know what I mean?
I also
Other than that, fantastic.
I am
job.
100% on board with you, Mike. Absolutely. Like the beginning of
The
this.
flight itself is a fantastic mystery. You don't have to grasp me on like aliens coming to. If you told me an alien was on the Malaysia Flight 370, you got me hooked already. You don't
Yeah.
need to go into this.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, get into the basement when the sky turns dark blue. I don't need that. Give me more of that from the airplane.
I think if they would have left most of this on Twitter and who like they didn't, I feel like they had too many ciphers, but I feel like they were a little info dumpy. Like they were
Yes.
just
Yeah.
like here's a bajillion
Look at all this
messages.
shit.
That's what I mean.
Like,
Like
we got high
just-
one night and just were like, oh, this is good.
that's what I mean. Just too many ciphers. You're doing all the right things, but too much of it. Large quantities. You want quality over quantity.
Yeah, it's
Can we? What's this Twitter name? Straight away.
straight away.
So yeah, hey,
What? Pick one.
Go to straight away off. I think that might be the one.
Straight away off.
I just want to. This is if you guys ever want to look into it yourselves, it's at straight away on Twitter.
One's with 2 underscores, one's straight away off, one's
There's a bunch
straight
of
away
different ones.
real.
But if you look it up, I'm
pretty
you'll
sure you're
find
right.
it.
This is the one.
Yeah, this is probably the one because this looks like random stuff.
This is all random shit now.
Yeah, I can't remember. I should have.
Oh, no, it's not here either. I don't fucking remember which one it
Keep
is.
scrolling down. Keep scrolling down.
Well, when we get to here, this is about back to 370.
Yeah, keep
little
going, just
bullet
a little-
holes.
Oh, okay.
That one literally
more
says
ciphers.
send
Yeah,
nudes.
that sends nudes. It's
Send
just
nudes,
Yeah, he's just
yeah.
fucking around. This seems like his jokey one.
Well, there's
Well,
one
that's
that
it.
literally says something about.
that's all of it.
Either way, he comes out and says
It's an energy.
it's
Yep.
an energy.
So-
I mean, props to him. Again, it's Ty. It's straight away. STRAYED. Good job, man.
Seriously.
it was pretty fun, but it was a lot. But I like the concept.
Yeah, but
Keep going at it. I like the concept.
but 3 incredibly amateur ARG investigators have some notes for you.
yeah, right.
So-
Don't listen to us.
Fucking do better, guy.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, Mike,
I'll hype you up.
fucking yeah. Oh, that was a
hype
perfect.
us up.
I was gonna say that's a perfect segue into where he could get a hold of us. Maybe
Yeah.
he wants to know.
Linktree.com/DelutiPod. We're DelutiPod on all social medias. Don't look under the internet on YouTube. Get some of our merch. The link to our merch is in the link tree as well. Patreon.com/DelutiPod. BuyMeACoffee.com/DelutiPod. But let's be real, you'll be buying us alcohol with that.
Oh yeah,
One of the best things, my favorite thing that I have not been shouting out in a while is our Google phone number. It's 630-909-9366. Once again, that's 630-909-9366. One more time, that is 630-909-9366.
Damn it, I was-
9366. Send us a text. We'll respond to you, or a voicemail. We'll play it on the show. We got a couple that we need to play on the show, Jason. Just throwing that out there.
do we have a couple we should play in the show now?
Yes.
Okay, actually, honestly, I'm glad you told me that because we've
had
gone
a couple.
well, we've gone like a week and a half with
Yes.
nothing. So
We've had a couple.
yeah, okay, cool.
I also want to one real fun thing. Fucking the guy who created the sun vanish.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
in our Discord.
He's in
and
our
shit.
Discord.
Aiden, what's up, my guy? That's fucking
well,
awesome.
he's not in here.
No,
No.
but I'm just saying. He's in our fucking Discord. He follows us on Twitter. The sun vanished guy. You know how fucking awesome that is? That's like a fucking dream come true kind of shit for me,
Oh.
man. Like I'm fucking giddy as shit. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite fucking things to look up and watch happen and whatnot. It's still happening now. It's continued. Go look it up. At Sun Vanished. Watch it.
Hey, let us bump helmets with you, just real quick. Just a little, just the tip. We just want to bump some helmets with you.
Scratch my tooth with
Yeah.
your tooth.
DM us and maybe we can talk things out.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, if you want to hit us up, like we might be able to arrange just like a deep dive into like the creative process behind it. And I do smell,
What The Rock is cooking?
yeah, what he's cooking, and he's cooking either
Meth.
another Patreon
Also-
tier or another show.
Yeah. Also,
One of the
with,
two.
with the Sun Vanished, Aiden, go find his Twitter. You can find it on the Sun Vanished's Twitter. He's got a Patreon as well. If you feel like you like that story and like our coverage, go chuck in a buck or something towards him. I feel like he definitely deserves it, and he does not have enough. That boy, I think, had like he did not have that as many patrons as I thought he should have. With how much awesome of a story he's making, he deserves all the attention he can get. That dude rocks.
I mean, to be fair, he probably had more when it was like happening.
It still is.
I know it still is, but there's definitely a break happening right now. Is
No,
what I'm
the
alluding
break,
to.
The break is over.
Oh, has he posted?
Oh, he's been posting.
What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, The Sun Vanished season 2 will be coming out probably here in the next couple months. I wanted to.
We
I want
have a
this to
couple
finish
season
up,
twos
so.
that we need to actually go over.
Alex
as well.
Kansas. We've got fucking Mandela. Now we've got the
This room does
sun
not
vanished.
exist.
Huh?
This room does not exist.
Yes. Oh, fucking hell. We have to go back into that. That shit was so confusing.
That'll be for another
But it
time.
was one of our better doing episodes.
It was a good one, but
What do you guys have to say to the people, the beautiful people? Badoo-doo.
Um,
How am I the only one that has not touched the soundboard?
I don't know.
I haven't touched it
I-
today.
No, just in general. I have not pushed a single
Oh,
button.
you have. I have audio of you pushing a button like 9 times.
Yeah, that's different, though. It didn't make it on
Oh.
the show.
You're right. It didn't
Because it
because you
wasn't
pushed the button 9 times.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is very fair. But yeah, if you're gonna get on a flight soon, make sure it's not at 3:70 p.m. or a.m.
Yeah, stay away from that.
That's it. But actually, when you get on the plane, slap your peen on the pilot.
just right in the
that's-
shoulder,
that's
just a
good
big
luck.
ol'
Mayday, mayday. There's beans on my peas. We're going down.
Mayday! We've got beans and peens. Mayday!
Well, I guess my usual stay fucking paranoid. Also be on the lookout for
Condoms.
extra dimensional voicemails that may or may not be in your personal account right now.
Or at the end of this episode.
Or at the if you get a voicemail from us at the end of this episode, it means it worked. Anyway, Mike, go ahead.
And your car insurance is expired. We're trying to reach you about extending your car's warranty.
Oh fucking hell! It's reached the fucking podcast. We gotta go.
Don't look under the internet.